Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a Spider-Man 2 Peter Parker suit tier list. This is going to be the base suits for Peter Parker, none of the alternate styles and colors. It's just going to be the straight up suits that they have to unlock in this game. Sorry for the ads that are on this site. I can't really do anything about that. I don't have ad blocker, but the ads are allowing me to be able to use the site, so yeah, it's whatever. Anyway, alright, so first off we have the Advanced Suit 2.0, which is basically the first suit from the game, but it's a little bit more revised, a little upgraded. I really liked this suit compared to the first one. I really did not like how orange the original suit was. I didn't understand why they would do that. It wasn't very Spider-Man, and it just wasn't fun to play as orange Spider-Man, and it was kind of frustrating because I love the design of this suit. This is definitely a S tier for me, especially with the color upgrade. I love the white spider emblem. I love the concept of the eyes moving. I don't know who came up with that first, if it was the MCU or this game, because they kind of came out at the same time and came out with like the same mechanical eye lens. All right, next we have the black suit, which is kind of the first level that happens to Peter when he gets the symbiote. I don't like the way they executed it. I don't like how you can still see the panels and stuff, and his mask in the back actually looks like a helmet. There's just something about this suit that I don't necessarily love. So I'm going to put it as an A tier because it's cool, but there's some stuff that they could have done better. And they kind of did do that a little bit with the next suit, which is the actual symbiote suit in the game where Peter basically goes bad. I love how the eyes are a little more angry looking, and it's a lot more alien looking overall, which is what I liked. So I'm going to put it, I'm going to put this B and then that one A. Next is the Anti-Venom suit. I absolutely love the eyes. I think they should have had more suits have these huge, Todd McFarlane design eyes. Overall, it's a clean looking suit, but I personally didn't play as it that much. I think if I was going to play as a white suit, there are other suits in this game that I preferred. Next is the Scarlet Spider suit. This is kind of an updated suit for Ben Reilly's Scarlet Spider. It's not very Spider-Man to me. I like the idea of it, but again, it just wasn't really my thing. I'm gonna put it as a C tier. The Advanced Suit 1.0. I just don't like the colors, man. The colors are not for me. I'm gonna put it as a C because I like the overall design, but the colors really just mess it up for me. I'm gonna put this as an F, which is the exact opposite as this suit right here, the classic Spider-Man suit. If I put this any lower than an S tier, I'm not a real Spider-Man fan. I'm sorry. This is just, it's classic Spider-Man. Not really much else to say about it. It's Spider-Man in probably his simplest form compared to any of these suits. All right, next is the Kumo suit. Not really a fan of this suit, man. The eyes, I don't really like the head cover. Just the overall design, it's not for me. Apparently this is actually a original design for this game though, so this isn't in any comics or anything like that. This is solely for this game, but it's going to be an F tier for me. Now that I'm comparing these two though, I'm going to put this as a D because this is clearly way worse. Now we got the integrated suit from No Way Home after Peter, he helps Doc Ock clear his mind. You got the gold spider emblem. At the time when this came out in the first game, it's pretty cool, but now it's kind of just there, especially compared to the other suits. I'm gonna put this as a C, actually. Very different from this one, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit. This is probably my favorite suit in this whole game. I had been waiting to play as this suit for years. This suit was on my wish list before the first game came out. This is what I wanted in a Spider-Man game, just to be able to swing around in this suit, and now we finally have it. All right, now we have Spider-Man 2099. It was added solely out of respect, like this is one of the more iconic suits, but at this point for me, it's kind of just there. I've seen it a million times. I've played as it a million times, so it's not anything too special to me, but it's a solid suit, so it's gonna be B for me. I don't know why it's showing these weird ads. I don't buy those things. I have Funko Pops, but I don't buy, I think it is this company actually reached out to me before to do like a affiliate thing, and I turned them down. So maybe they want revenge on me by putting these weird ads mid video. The Amazing Spider-Man 1 suit, at the time when it came out, I really liked it. I liked that they added this suit and they acknowledged that Andrew Garfield was Spider-Man, but I really don't like how flat they make his lenses, because in the movie they're very reflective because they're sunglasses. He literally snips some sunglasses and makes them his lenses. So these feel like weird little like yellow, just flat pieces of plastic. Just the overall design, I feel like it could have been a little darker. Something more like this suit, the Superior Spider-Man suit, which I think the Amazing Spider-Man 1 suit was kind of designed or at least inspired by Superior Spider-Man. It's a cool suit, not for me really. If I'm gonna play as a black and red Spider-Man, I'd probably choose one of the alternate styles. I think the Advanced Suit 2.0 has a black variant, a red and black variant, which is way cleaner than this one. So also, I'm just not really a fan of the very thin Spider-Man eyes. I like the big ones. Scarlet Spider, it's cool. Again, it's kind of just, it's iconic. It's not really for me. In like swinging poses and in comic panels, the suit looks cool, but when he's literally just standing there, it looks funny seeing him have the torn up hoodie and then he's just kind of wearing like spandex underneath. It just looks, I don't know, it looks like he's not wearing pants. Next we have the Antioch suit. I believe that's what it's called. I really like the eyes of this suit because they remind me of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man suit, but this is going to be a C for me. There is a variant of this suit which is white armor with like a blue light instead of yellow. That suit looks so clean. Yeah, obviously these colors are meant to like emulate Doc Ock, and yeah, it's just Next we have, I don't know what this suit is called. What is this suit called? It is the Arachnite suit. It's a very Batman-esque suit. I don't know if this is from a specific comic. It's not bad. I love how different it looks, but I don't think I even wore it once. I actually like the spider emblem and how it kind of covers his whole chest. I think that's cool. It's very like Punisher, but I probably didn't play it because I didn't think it fit the cinematics during the game. This next one is just a fun one. It's the Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse universe, Spider-Man Noir. It would have been cool if they had like a voice modulator when you play as some of these where he sounds a little more like Nicolas Cage. That's probably the reason I didn't play as him a lot, because it just felt weird hearing normal Peter Parker speak out of this Spider-Man Noir. But it's cool playing as him nonetheless. I'm going to put him as a B because I think we got Spider-Man Noir, but just like regular form in Spider-Man 1. This one is the animated version, so yeah, pretty cool. All right, next is the Homecoming homemade suit. I'm kind of torn between C and D because it's definitely not up here. It's nothing too crazy or special, but I appreciate the design. I appreciate how different it is amongst the others. I'm gonna put this one as a D. I think it's very similar to the Scarlet Spider, and it's not meant to be this awesome, fantastic suit. It's very, very simple, which is the whole point. I know Spider-Punk is a very popular character, and people just like the uniqueness of the design, but I hardly ever play as him. I don't really like the spikes. Maybe it's the spikes that throw me off. Maybe they should have added like a cool guitar thing with him. When these spider suits start going a little too outlandish and kind of veering off, I appreciate it, but that doesn't mean I'm necessarily gonna play as it. You know, I like playing as more the classic Spider-Mans, which is why I'm gonna put this at a F tier. This is the Civil War Spider-Man suit. It's from one of the more recent Civil War storylines where I think it's the Civil War never ends, so this version of Spider-Man becomes part of his world basically gets hardened and more militarized, and so that's why he looks a lot more like he's preparing for war. It's not very, it's cool. I'm gonna put it as a D. I think what's cool about this suit though is that when you play as him and you use your wings, he actually has his own unique wingsuit, which is a plus. So honestly, for that I might put him higher on the tier list. So for that I'm gonna put him at a B, solely because they made the extra effort to put in the wings. Oof, this next one, oh man, this is gonna be a hard one. Symbiote, Tobey Maguire, Bully Maguire. Yeah, I mean, enough said. I don't really have to explain that one too much. Same thing with this one. Oh, actually, okay, classic Tobey goes up here with S because it's classic Tobey. Iron Spider, it's classic. It's Iron Spider, nothing too special though. Again, this is kind of the ones for me that just exists. Same thing for the Homecoming suit. I really like the simplicity of this suit. I kind of like how they went super classic. You know what? I remember seeing this suit for the first time when they released the Civil War second trailer, and I was super hyped for it. So maybe based on that memory alone, it kind of deserves to be a little up here. This was like in my freshman year of high school, and I saw that the trailer released, so I think I just ran home so I could go watch it because I couldn't. My Wi-Fi was bad on my phone, so I just ditched school I ran home to go see this. Night Monkey, not really a fan. Not really a fan. I'm gonna be honest. I remember watching Far From Home and just wishing that we saw Spider-Man as Spider-Man. You know, it's gonna be a D for me. Maybe if you were able to flip the eyes in game, but yeah, it's just a generic spy suit. This one is a weird one for me because I just recently found out that this is a Fantastic Four suit. When I first saw it, I was like, okay, this is a Fantastic Four suit, but the emblem itself is just like a weird spider emblem, and apparently that's because technically, due to licensing and rights, they weren't able to put a 4 for the logo. Like, they can't reference anything Fantastic Four technically, like officially. So very weird looking suit for that. Maybe if it actually had the 4, it'd be higher up, but it's gonna be a D for me. Maybe even an F, because I've never played as this suit. This one, classic symbiote, ripped straight from the comics. Definitely an S tier for me, especially with all the styles. Using this suit feels very nostalgic. It feels like you're playing Web of Shadows all over again, but just super high def. Definitely one of the best suits out of all of these. The Far From Home black and red suit, you know, it's there compared to the other MCU suits here, though. It's kind of just, you know, I don't hate it. It's gonna be a C for me. It's kind of just, you know, the only thing about all these MCU suits that I kind of would critique is that it's essentially the same exact skin, but kind of just redetailed, and it's always the same mask. However, I remember seeing this suit for the first time in cinemas. The No Way Home final suit, gotta be S tier for me. Just seeing Tom Holland Spider-Man finally in the classic Spider-Man suit after years of the ups and downs, going, okay, he's in the MCU, he looks like classic Spider-Man, and then realizing, oh wait, but he's kind of Iron Man Jr., he's kind of Iron Boy, going, okay, now this is kind of not good, it's getting too much. We have the Iron Spider, cool, but also, is this really Spider-Man? And then him meeting Andrew and Toby and kind of learning a little more what it means to be Spider-Man. Learning with great power comes great responsibility. Going back to basics, now he is the quintessential kind of classic Spider-Man. Finally, next suit is the Life Story suit. Really, the only thing I like about this suit is the eyes. I really like when these suits use like the big eyes. It looks more classic, it looks more comic booky, just that early 2000s look. I really like that, but overall, the astronaut look, I'm not really into it, but it's gonna be a C instead of like a D or F, just because I really like the eye design, and I hope they kind of do more with that. Iron Spider, there's so many C suits in here. It's just like, they're not amazing, they're not terrible. We've kind of been familiar with these suits for a while, so it's like, yeah, it's a cool suit. It's a C. I'm not really gonna play as it that much because I played as it so much in the first game. This one, just because we don't have a lot of D's, I'm gonna put it here. I will say this suit is pretty cool for me because I was kind of one of the first people to theorize that this suit was an inside out suit of one of these Spider-Man costumes, because I remember I was really into the leaks and the release of No Way Home, looking at the Funko Pops and kind of just like leaked art and all that stuff that was coming out. And when this kind of dropped, a lot of people were like, whoa, is this like a symbiote suit? Like, what's with the black and gold? What does this mean? Is it kind of a magical suit because he had the Doctor Strange kind of gauntlet brace? But then I was watching Homecoming one day, and there's a scene in there where Peter is tinkering with the Spider-Man suit. He flips it inside out, and it's like gray and gold. It has like gold wiring, and I was like, this suit is an inside out suit. Anyway, yeah, people were like, that's a stupid theory, and then it ended up being true. So next suit is a original design, I believe, for this game. It's a pretty cool looking suit, but I'm gonna be honest, it's one of the ones that I kind of glazed over when looking at all of these suits. Because this is an original suit though, I do think this suit has some kind of potential to appear more in comics and stuff. It's a solid looking Spider-Man suit, and I'm surprised we haven't seen it before. Next up, we got the Kraven suit. I'm just not a fan of it. It's not really Spider-Man, it's kind of just like a nod to Kraven. I would not find myself playing as it compared to the others, and I think you got this suit from completing the Kraven missions, and I remember being so underwhelmed. I was like, this is what you get. Next suit is the Apocalyptic, which is kind of a Mad Max kind of Spider-Punk meshing. It's also a original design, but it's not necessarily one that I like. I like the Spider-Man suit inside, like the white and the blue and kind of the different design of the suit. I think the hair looked silly, and yeah, it's just not a pretty Spider-Man suit to me. Same thing with this one. It's the one that you get for completing the I can't even remember her vigilante name, but the Yuri side quest, the Carnage side quest from this game. Yeah, I don't really like it. Next one is the, what is this called? Spider Monkey? Stone Monkey. This one's called the Stone Monkey suit. I didn't know this. I thought this was from some comic. It kind of reminded me of the Spider-Man 1602 design, but apparently this is a Chinese-inspired design. I'll pull up the inspiration right here. The suit is an original creation designed by Victoria Ying. Its design is inspired by Chinese legends, specifically tracing to the characters Sun Wukong from Journey to the West. The name derives from how Sun Wukong is born from stone. So yeah, I mean, cool. Doesn't necessarily mean I like the suit though, which kind of sucks. A lot of these uniquely designed suits I really don't like too much. I think this one too. What's this one called? Future 25th Century, I think this is what this one's called. Not the worst, especially compared to the bottom three right here. It's like an astronaut futuristic type suit. It kind of reminds me of one of the Miles Morales suits in his game. But yeah, it's kind of just there. All right, so the next and final suit in this ranking is called the Tactical suit. It reminds me kind of the PS5 exclusive suit from the first game, which I really liked, but it's not as good. Apparently this is kind of supposed to be inspired from the PIM tech suits from Avengers Endgame, which I didn't know, but looking at it now, it's like, yeah, it kind of seems like a Spider-Man version of those suits, so that's pretty cool. It seems like a stealth suit, but it's white. A lot of these suits, now that I'm actually like ranking everything, are kind of just so-so. You know, they're either there. Obviously you have the suits up here that I know a lot of you are probably playing as the most, and some of these maybe you try them on, maybe you swing with them for like a minute or two just to see how it looks, and then you're like, it's whatever. There's some of these that have alternate styles that I really like. So S tier, as you can see, I very much like the classic looking stuff, like the very rich reds and blues. I'm actually kind of surprised with where I put some of these, like the Homecoming suit. I didn't think I'd put it as an A, but you know, for what it stands for and kind of how it was the first MCU Spider-Man suit, pretty cool. I know I didn't go into a ton of detail with each one of these suits, going like, oh, I didn't like this or this or this or this. That's because when I was playing this game, and I'm sure this is the case for a lot of people, it's very like instinctual. You kind of just go, I like this suit, I'm gonna play as it, and then that's the suit you play as. And you see a suit immediately, like you look at it for 2 seconds, you're gone. Like you're like, nope, that's cool, but I'm not wasting my time with that one. That's kind of what I feel happens without you even thinking about it. It's a lot of like, oh cool, that suit's in the game, I'm gonna play as these are the cool ones. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching this tier list video. Let me know if you're upset by any of these suits that I ranked. I'm sure maybe a week from now some of these suits would be in a different place if I were to rank them again. I'll probably do another episode ranking the Miles suits. I hope you guys have a great day or night wherever you are, and I'll see you next time.